morning, Your Majesties. Welcome to a brand new segment of mine. I call this segment, Do You Want to Be Princess Peyton's Valentine? And that is where I tell you guys scary stories from February 1st to February 15th. And then after this segment, I'm going to take a little break, but I will be back in April for an Easter segment, okay? So don't worry. This story is called Valentine's Gift. And Valentine's Gift is a scary story written by a member of this website named Carcast. It's about a self-absorbed young girl who discovers she has a secret admirer. Curious, she decides to meet him to find who it is. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Ellie Winston was the talk of the town. She was a beautiful young girl with green eyes and pink lips that complemented her soft, pale skin. In addition, she had perfect cheekbones and an alternative hourglass figure. Her father was rich and he spoiled her, buying her everything she wanted. She always had the most fashionable clothes, the most expensive makeup, and lived in a decadent, and luxurious lifestyle. On Valentine's Day, Ellie picked out a red velvet dress with a black bow matching the red silhouettes to wear to school. She wanted to be dressed for the occasion. The teachers were so used to seeing her daring outfits that they hardly paid attention anymore. When she arrived at the school, she strutted down the hall with an air of confidence and pride. Murmurs, wolf whistles, and scoffs filled the hallway. Everyone's eyes were upon her as Ellie made her way to her locker, smiling all the way. When she opened the door to her locker, a pile of love notes and gifts poured out. Aww! She picked them up and stuffed them into her designer handbag. Ellie noticed one love note that stood out from the rest. It was black and was cut into a deformed shape that somewhat resembled a heart. So cute. There was some writing on the front. It read, "My love, for the longest time, I have watched you from afar. I think it's time we finally met. Please rendezvous with me in the cafeteria. For you, I have a very special gift, a gift that is a bit different from the others you may receive today. When you see it, you might just throw a fit. Just meet me at the cafeteria salad bar at 3 p.m. sharp with love." I mean, I don't want to break her heart. It's sweet, but sometimes it ends badly. You know what I mean? Okay. Ellie giggled as she thought about her secret admirer and wondered what kind of gift he was going to present her with. She hoped it was expensive and was anxious to meet him. She neatly tucked the letter into her handbag and went to her first class. The time went by very quickly, and before she knew it, it was almost 3 o'clock. Ellie declined all her lunch invites, including the one from Brian, her latest crush. The glamour girl stood by the salad bar, eager to find out who her secret admirer was. Could it be Brian? She wondered as she waited. Or maybe it's Ashton? No, it's Brian. Brian for sure. Within minutes, a tall figure emerged from behind a partition and nervously tapped Ellie on the shoulder. Hi, Elle, an awkward nasal voice croaked. Oh, I don't know how to do a voice like that. Um, she cringed in disgust when she turned and saw Melvin, the school nerd, standing behind her. Ellie's face turned red and she flew into a rage. You dork, she screamed angrily. You got me all worked up thinking about a secret admirer. What a letdown. Ugh, what is your problem? I turned down Brian Miller to meet you here. Brian Miller, he's the only hottest guy in school. Get out of my face, you wimp. You've ruined everything, stupid nerd. Melvin's eyes began to water. He opened his mouth to speak, but the words just wouldn't come out. He looked around to find half the school was staring at him, laughing at his misery and taking pictures of him with their camera phones. He was utterly humiliated. Melvin stormed out of the school with his hands covering his face to hide the tears. Ellie soon regained her composure and settled down at a table with her friends. They just talked about Melvin and what an ugly, weird, repugnant, socially retarded loner he was. Ooh, girl. Oh, you don't have to be that cruel. Man, okay. Ellie snickered at very insulting adjective. They heaped upon him. She couldn't care less about Melvin's feelings. After lunch that day seemed to be going, after lunch, the day seemed to be going so slowly, and Ellie grew very bored. During her final class, she yawned and stretched her arms. Just then, she happened to look out the window and gasp in horror. Uh-oh. Melvin was sitting outside in the schoolyard. He was rocking back and forth and cutting himself with a knife. The girl watched curiously as the nerd started to slap himself in the face. What? Ellie James Winston, shouted the teacher. Is there something outside you'd like to share with the rest of the class? Embarrassed. Ellie shook her head and focused on the lesson. An hour passed and the school bell finally rang. All of the students raced towards the door. All that is except Ellie. She couldn't forget about the image of Melvin cutting himself. She made her way home, still thinking about him. Oh, Ellie, her mom exclaimed, there's a package for you in your room. A student's mom dropped it off. She said you knew her son. What is that supposed to mean? Confused, Ellie went up to her room and found a big box lying on her bed. It was a gift wrapped and decorated with red hearts and yellow ribbons. There was attached to the present. It read, "This was all I could afford. I hope you like it. Yours truly, Melvin." She smiled and carefully opened the package. Uh-oh. The smile quickly faded from her face and was replaced by a look of horror when she peered into the box and saw what was inside. It was Melvin's heart. Oh, that's so sad, you guys. Ellie, yeah, you were pretty cold-hearted to him. You were pretty cruel. You shouldn't be just because someone's a nerd, they're still human too, you know. Um, anyway, what do you guys think of this story? I do not agree with how Ellie interacted with Melvin. I think that was very cruel of her. What do you guys think of this story? Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made, and you're the king of my heart and the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video for day 2 of Do You Want to Be Princess Peyton's Valentine? Okay, I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.